Hello everybody, welcome to Fruitful Trees, and I try to be as transparent as possible on this channel. And obviously I make some mistakes and I'm not all perfect here, and I made another mistake, so I just wanted to tell people so you can just be aware of these things when you grow trees. So this is a red sugar apple. I just took this off the tree and it's absolutely delicious, and this tree is loaded and it's perfectly ready because it's nice and soft, and I'm going to eat that today. However, I should have known better. I usually come out here and I water the yard, but it's been raining, so I said I'm not going to come out and water it because the rain will get the water itself. And I come out here and look what I missed. A brand new big sugar apple because I didn't come out here. Bam. You got to stay up on these things, folks, whether it's mangoes or sugar apples or no matter what it is. You got to stay up on these things. You work real hard for these things every year, all year, to fruit. And that's the final phase of what you want, a fruiting tree. And then to miss it is very discouraging. But I'm glad I got to pull this one off. But if I would have came yesterday, I would have been able to have that one. And this fruit is not in season often. So this one looks like it'll be ready soon here, but not yet. So I got to come out and feel these not only every day, but I would say twice, maybe 3 times a day. Not only are you in a chance of losing the fruit to just not being diligent and coming out, but also the animals. We have raccoons here, so a raccoon could have easily have ate this one, or a squirrel or something else. So my advice to everybody today that's growing fruit trees or deciding to grow fruit trees is be on top of things. And every day, you know, if you're a farmer or a grower, every day try to come out and not just look at everything, but do something. So definitely look at everything every day. Just even look at it. That's one of the joys I get of growing trees, is that I can come out here and just look at them and see how everything's doing. But try to do something. I try to keep the yard clean. I have this here is my neighbor's white sapote. I'm letting it grow over so I can get some when it's in season. But the fence behind it is falling apart. So I'm going to start repairing that fence. You know, you could always find something to do, and even if you can't, it keeps busy enough. But whether it's mowing the lawn or checking the fruit, always try to do something and look around and just think what could be done just to stay on top of things. Trimming trees and just learning about the trees, and when I say do something, I don't just mean being on your computer getting knowledge, which is tremendously helpful, but I mean like literally going out and doing something, even if it's just talking to your trees. But the other day I came out here with a weed whacker, and I whacked around my trees to take all the weeds out. And a lot of times I come out here, of course, to mow the lawn, especially when it's raining. The lawn can grow quite quickly, and I find better, you know, the higher the lawn, the harder it is to mow it, and it can get discouraging. So I try to keep up to date on that. And, you know, I have a good friend that has gardens, and he grows gardens, and he talks about just always going out and looking at it. Well, it's no different for trees. You know, some people think it's easier to grow trees and so on, but they all have their things. So now here's something I'm looking at that I just noticed. So this is my fence, and here's my tree. That's my Edward tree. But if you look up there, there's a lot of tree growing over the fence. So I'm going to probably come later today and cut some of those things before they become a big nuisance. Trying to stay ahead of things because they are getting kind of over here. Now, of course, if it rains, I'm not going to come out here and do that in the rain, but that's something on my radar that I want to do. I want to cut that so when the Edward tree grows up, it doesn't get in the way. So that's definitely something to consider. And then here's, I'm just looking at some trees that are growing really nice. Here's my Super Alfonso, which is I planted as a small tree, and that's growing really nice. And just keeping an eye on some of these newer trees that I have. There's my Carla or my Giselle. I don't know which one that is. I have my white Paris is looking nice. You know, so all my trees are loving the rain here. And See, this one's great. That's the dot. Here's the new one, the sunrise that I put in over here. Getting the needed rain. Alrighty. So everything's looking good here. If you saw the video I made the other day about some avocados that I lost or took out, I got the empty spot there. And you know, it's nice to have some empty spots sometimes. And yeah, eventually, you know, I have these trees kind of close. If you can see there behind me, they're about 10 feet apart. So Alex at Tropical Acres, somebody was asking me this the other day, so I figured I'd mention now. Alex at Tropical Acres, he plants his trees pretty much 16 feet apart, but he puts one in the middle, so 8 feet apart. So that one in the middle, he'll get a whole bunch of mangoes and budwood for maybe 6 or 7 years until it gets too big, and then I'll have to take the middle one out. And he doesn't just cut it out. We'll take it out and sell it or relocate it. And then now his trees will be 16 feet apart. So I kind of, mine are 10 feet apart. If I take one out, then they got 20 feet apart. So that's good as well. That wasn't my initial plan. I'm planning on keeping them in, but I hear they're going to have to come out anyway. So this one is probably one of my smaller trees, or one of my newer trees that I put in last year. I got to straighten this up because I see it's tilting a little. So I'll get a post in here today. This is a juicy peach. I tasted that mango. I loved it. Juicy peach. So that's probably what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to probably go get a pole and some tape and come back here and just tape that one or stand that one up straight. Just little things like that as you have the time to do. So, you know, if you want, you know, and you know what to do, great. But if not, maybe you can make a checklist and you can come out here and check it off and just keep in mind. But I want my trees to grow the best possible. Another common things I see is people like these labels on the tree. So this is a label to this is a Glen, right? So here's the label. A lot of times people don't take these labels off and they literally choke the tree. So I had those metal labels where the tree actually will grow around those. But those yellow ones, sometimes they choke the tree a little. So little things like that. Stuff you pick up and you learn along the way. I hope some of these tips or suggestions are helpful. And I'm excited. I'm excited because it looks like everything's growing nice over here. If you have any comments or questions, put them below. And remember, subscribe and like. If you do, like, subscribe. Until anybody, have a great day and keep growing.